YouTube, and welcome back to the Silver Swanner channel. This is the 26th video in my US typeset series, and today we'll be adding this 1832 cap bust half dime to the typeset. If you recall from the last video, I had picked up several coins from my local coin shop, and this half dime was part of that pickup. Before we go ahead and talk about the history of the half dime and take a closer look at it, I want to make some channel announcements. So the first is some updates to my videos. So I said a couple of videos ago that I was resuming uploading new videos to this series, but I was going to do it at a little bit slower of a pace every other week. That's worked out really well for me, and I'm going to continue to upload videos at that pace. I have also made some technical updates to my videos. So I have a new overhead camera device, which will hopefully give cleaner overhead shots. I've also picked up a USB microscope, so hopefully we can get some better close-up shots of the coins as well. Also, there was a comment left in my last video about some glitchiness in the video. I think I've determined that that glitchiness is coming when I export the videos out of my video editing software. So hopefully I have that figured out this week as well, and we'll have some cleaner videos and better quality, better content in those videos moving forward. Also want to do a reminder that I am doing a 250 subscriber giveaway. I'm giving away this silver quarter. So I'll leave a link in the description below where you can go ahead and leave a comment on that video if you haven't already. And obviously, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button as well so we can go ahead and hit 250 subscribers and do this giveaway. All right. So back to the 1832 cap bust half dime. So really interesting history about this. Some interesting things going on with the Intercept US typeset about this. So stick around, really cool coin to talk about. So the first interesting fact about the half dimes is that they're widely recognized as being the first circulating coin ever produced by the United States Mint all the way back in 1792. As the name implies, being a half dime, it's roughly half the size and diameter of a regular dime. You'll also see the half dime sometimes spelled as D-I-S-M-E or deem. That wasn't something that I had heard before, but in my research I came across that. So if you see that, it looks like it's pronounced disme, but it's actually deem, D-I-S-M-E. So the Intercept typeset, interestingly, does not include the first two half dimes in the typeset, which is probably a good thing because I was looking at the red book and the prices for some of those dimes in like good for condition start at about $1,000. So I think they did that for most of their consumers' pocketbooks when they excluded those two. Those two half dimes were the flowing hair and draped bust, and so they start their typeset series for the half dimes with the capped bust. The capped bust was produced from 1829 to 1837, so a run of about 8 years. They were, for the most part, 89.2% silver and 10.8% copper. The very last year, the 1837 of the cap bust, was 90% silver and 10% copper. All of the half dimes in the cap bust series were produced in Philadelphia. They were designed by John Reich, and they were modified a little bit, the design by the chief engraver William Neese. It features on the obverse a depiction of Liberty with a cap, and on the reverse it features an eagle with olive branches and arrows between its talons. So let me take you in first to the microscope and let's take a close-up look of this. I'll reference the red book and we'll come to an approximate grade on this. Then we'll add it to the book. I'll put some photos up of the recap of the book progress. And finally, as always, I'll share with you the updated running cost for my typeset so far. So stick around. Okay, and here is the 1832 cap bust under the microscope. So I think it looks pretty good, if I don't say so myself, for at least what I paid for it. It's certainly not in great condition. You can see under the microscope something that I missed with my naked eye. There is definitely something weird going on with that 8. It's filled in on the bottom half of the 8, and not really sure what's going on there. I don't think that's a hole because this is a very small coin that was filled in. So something filled that in. Maybe it was just some damage that somehow rubbed that away. Not exactly sure. You can see the rim looks pretty good condition all around. You see once we start to get to the top here, it looks a little worn and there's a little bit of a nick right there. But overall, I'm happy with it for what I paid for it. Looking at the red book in terms of the grade, good for is bust of Liberty outline, no detail, date and legend legible. So I definitely think we got that. Very good 8 is complete legend and date plain. All 3 letters of Liberty on edge of cap show clearly. We got all of Liberty. Fine 12, all letters in Liberty visible. Definitely got that again. Very fine 20, full rims, ear and shoulder clasp show plainly. This is where we start to not have it. So if we look at the reverse here, you can see again that all of the details, now it's completely out. There we go. So we can see all of the details. We can see E pluribus unum. We can see United States of America, 5 cent. We see the eagle, the shield, the olive branches, the arrows. So I'm definitely giving this probably a fine 12 details, or maybe fine 12 hole filled in, somewhere in that range though. At the end of the video, I will share with you what I paid for it, and in a minute we'll talk about what the red book thinks the price is here. Okay, and welcome back everyone. I now have the typeset out. We've got the new overhead device that I was referencing in my introduction, so a little bit more of a straight on shot now. So let's open the book here to the second page and let's add half dime to the typeset. Hopefully we have a little bit better luck this week with the fit. Go back to last week's video, we had a little difficulty with that. And you can see this one drops right in there. Easy peasy. Very happy this week that that was so much easier. So go ahead and stay tuned. I'm going to take some photos and play those, recapping the progress so far on the typeset. And then finally, we will look at my running costs. And I'll tell you how much I paid for this cap bust half dime. As always, here are my updated album photos. I forgot to share earlier when I visited the LCS. I did bring along my gold coins because I had picked them up off of Reddit, and he did verify that they were indeed genuine. And finally, here are my updated running costs. So I paid $50 for the capped bust half dime. Again, the red book said that was an $85 coin in F12. So I think I got a good deal. I bought it as part of a bigger lot, so probably got a little bit off because of that. Obviously didn't pay anything for shipping either. So that brings my total cost for the coins to $939.40. I've paid $32.49 in shipping for a grand total of $971.89.